How una dey? My name still be Ujoma. Na me be that girl wey dey talk about book for Pidgin o for the Bagus NG. Now this book wey I wan talk about today wey be one of those African literature na book wey I read because of course every time wey I look lip gloss mafia Instagram handle she must post one book and the way she go use talk about that book whether you like am or not you go go buy and read am. And because all the books wey she don talk about I don read am, like am, enjoy am, I no dey too vex if I buy am because they tell me say at least I mean know wetin she dey suggest. She don read am, understand am, like am, know say if I put this book for inside people hand they go also read am, enjoy am. The Mountain Sings by Nguyen. I no go fit pronounce the other names, so madam if you dey watch this video no vex too much. Na one book wey una think say otuke book wey dey call Aviara mess with my head abi. By the time wey I finish to dey read this woman book, hey, I no go lie, na for like 2 days I first off phone make I understand wetin I read. You know when person write story e come be as if dem write the story put you join. E be as if the person hold you for hand dey tell you the story. You don't have to just sit down for parlour with your friends and dey gist. So you dey feel am but e dey inside book form. Na wetin this woman write for the Mountain Sings o. I can't understand certain things about Japan and how those people be motherfuckers. I know they curse normally for my Pidgin review, but I hope say YouTube no go take am down. But I no go comot am for this video. These people, man no talk, dwell too much. Secondly, I can't understand why e be say the author carry this book dedicate to him grandpapa, grandmama, and even him uncle. So you go see when person write book e no just dey write am because of say I wan write. I dey write am because I live through am, even though I know e no happen to me directly. My mama o, my papa o, my grandpapa, my grandmama, you know wetin e mean for person to die of hunger. I no wan imagine wetin the grandmama dey go through for her to fit put am inside this book. But I read this book finish and I just shake my head say man, e get so many things about this Vietnamese war wey we really no know wetin happen, the effects of wetin happen after the war. I no even feel like say I dey qualified to talk about this book as much as I feel say I fit talk about it. That's why I don delay say before I fit even say okay, I fit open mouth talk about am. To tell you how big this book dey for me, I write out some things wey I go read. The first thing na you go see where the story starts. E take almost like 100 years of wetin Vietnamese history, from when French people enter Vietnamese, to the communists when they enter power, to when I know vex I dey look wetin I dey write, the separation between North and South Vietnam like we get for Korea, we can't reach the Vietnamese war gone wey Americans cause. I still believe say na dem cause that thing to today. And two key characters wey I dey look, I say if no be say na book, if na real person dem be, I go wan hug them for like 5 minutes each. No talk, just hug them. Because e take a lot. E get as people go use gist dey narrate something, you go be as if how dis people go through these things still fit get mind to talk am. You say Diolam and Wong wey be her grandpapa pikin wey dem born for 1960. No way be as if this person go talk, another person go continue. They go talk about past here, they go talk about present, but e no confuse you. Na beautiful book. And now Diolam for this novel na the family, they call am for English family matriarch, like momsi wey everybody know. You know that momsi wey everybody dey gather around, like mama of the house, and you no get mama, you no get husband, you no get brother, you no even get im first pikin because of wetin war and occupation. War wey sometimes you no go even know wetin dey cause all this war, but somehow you go find yourself inside am. Now picture that kind situation and the changes and the economic hardship wey this woman go face. Hey, now to rely on yourself, get intelligence, They still kind men. You go, I praise that your land. I say high level of independence. Now wetin I dey aim for. Now I dey try not to talk everything, but I won't want to say I wan read one passage of the book for Pidgin, but my people, I no wan read am for Pidgin reduce the power, the emotion, the everything wey dey that book, because I no fit. So this one I dey do na just waiting make e be say okay, me sef I don talk about the book for Pidgin, but I don't know wetin to talk. If you never read this book, I no wan dwell too much because if I start to dey talk about am, I will get emotional and no be me write book. I don't know why they cry. You understand? This is not a day too much for me. But the mountain sinks. You go just show you say even you as individual, you get a right to think. You get a right to read in between the lines. You get a right to act according to a code. You don't necessarily need to be society code, but as long as that code tell you say wetin you dey do, dey right, do am. You know, and somehow e reflect for this book because you go see where Diolan and even in Camp Pikin wey be Wong, dem do wetin dem need to do, but you go see say dem no still forget say okay na Vietnamese people we be. Everything wey don shele fit don shele, but make we no forget where we come from. And somehow if I wan relate am to Naija, all of una wey dey always push my Igbo people, if una dey watch this thing, Biafra, 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 I no dey pray make una ever experience am in this lifetime, because if I hear or the day wey I go take my time tell una wetin really happen according to the story wey my papa tell me, e dey so painful wey na just why I just hold say I no go ever talk am out, because una go understand say this war na rubbish. You go think say okay, wetin happen dey happen for Afghanistan una suppose don learn. No be just the war and occupation of American soldiers now wey don run leave them. Na wetin dey happen after this thing don happen, after the war don end, you come wan start to dey build a life from scratch, or you still dey the war. That minute of you wake up, you no even know where your next food dey come from. You no know whether if you come out and that day be your last day, then they wait you for road to kill you. You wake up, you no get mama, you no get papa, you no get brothers. I don't know how the author take write this book, but kudos, man. Honestly, I want this video to be like 15 minutes because I take time telling Nandi about the book, but I no fit. Now, book where you go read finish, go cry, appreciate where you did, because people they suffer for this life, forget my people, you know. And I tell my sister I no go cry because I don't record this video like 5 times already where I cry. But if I did cry inside video for book I don't read since how many months ago, I can imagine how una go enjoy this book when I read them. Not be my usual book I need to do, you know, because I did do only African book, but when I buy the mountain things, when I read them for myself, I'm not gonna get sense. Now the only thing I feel telling her, we did social media for everywhere, you know, at the Bagus NG. Then I would like when I follow the author, make me understand her thought process. Make it not just be like say okay, she just write a book, you know. But till I come on away next time, when I do well.